hear you're ready for your dose of reality. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dr. Quack podcast. I'm Dr. Quack, and I'm getting ready to bring on my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the important one, Mr. Mayhem.
That's right. I'm the important one, Mr. Mayhem, and we're going to apologize to everybody. Me and Dr. Quack are here in Houston. This is the normal time. We get a lot of lightning, a lot of rain. It's raining and lightning right now and thunder, so if you hear that, just forgive it.
Here we go. Let me introduce the panel here that we have. First, we have the man himself, my boss, your boss, everybody else's boss. But today, he can Drew do it. Can Drew do it? There you go there. Bossolini in the crowd. And we have the man himself, Randomania running wild. Get that merch right there. Randy Hogan. And we've got Football is Back. His name also known as John. Welcome, John. Welcome, everybody.
All righty. And as Dr. Quack said, last month we were supporting Bossolini. We always support Bossolini and Buy Boss merch, but this month is Randomania month here at the Dr. Quack podcast. Make sure you're reaching out there to Randy Hogan's stuff on Facebook. You get yourself, like Dr. Quack, you got a Randomania shirt. You got a Hogan World Order shirt. Randy's always got great gear, great shirts, great photos, autographed photos. Check out Randy Hogan stuff and get your Randy Hogan merch.
That's right. Put that man in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you, brother.
That's right. But yeah, we're getting ready to start here with the big show here. We got Clash at the Castle. Oh, my God.
All right. Before we get started with that, we're going into this show. Randy Hogan at 16-11. Ed leading the pack right now at 21-8. I'm at 18-10. Dr. Quack at 16-12. John is at 18-10. And Justin Smith, the Purge, at 12-14. And he sent me his information. I'll be adding those as we go to the matches.
Oh, wow. What we got here? I don't know who this is. Which castle? Oh, God. Maybe I can use a bird bath. That's right. Castle de la Hogan. All right. There we go. Don't know who that is, but all righty. Let's get
started. I think it's Wellesley Castle in Wales.
And there you go. The more you know. Let's start this off here with the opening match. We're going to start with Mr. Ed Lindsay Bossolini. We're going to start with him. He is leading the pack. Edge and Rey Mysterio taking on the Judgment Day. What do you got? Can you hear me? No, you're breaking up, sir.
Can you? I said I'm gonna go against. Take Edge and Mysterio.
You're gonna take Edge and Mysterio?
Okay.
Okay. Randy Hogan.
I'm going the same way. Edge and Mysterio. I think you're gonna see a little more frustration coming out of Dominic, but not enough to turn the tables this one. So I'm going with AJ or with Mysterios.
Oh, man. Okay. Aaron Rodgers, what are you thinking?
I've been stewing on this one since watching Raw, and I'm going to go against these two gentlemen. I'm going to say Judgment Day. I just think Randy is right. It is all about the frustration of Dominic, and I think we'll finally see it boil over to where he costs Edge and Rey Mysterio the match.
Okay. Important one.
All right. Purge went Edge and Rey Mysterio.
Oh shit.
Well, I agree with John's assessment. I am going with Edge and Mysterio from the standpoint of I think the frustration is going to start because Dominic's going to hook a leg on somebody and the pin, but they're going to get mad, especially Ray's going to get mad at Dominic because he did something like that, the cheating to help them win. So Edge and Mysterio will get the win on that one.
Yeah, I think because it's an overseas pay-per-view, and I feel like this will probably be the opener. They're going to want to start out with a good win over there, so I think they're going to take Edge and Rey Mysterio on this one. I'm kind of with y'all on that. I can't see them wanting to start off with some heat early. That'll come later.
Okay.
All right. Moving down the line here, we got the second match.
Well, before
We got Gunther taking on Sheamus for the Intercontinental title.
Mr. Hogan.
I'm going with Sheamus. Gunter seems to have lost a little bit of his steam, and it seems like they're finally starting to push Sheamus a little bit more, trying to turn him into a babyface in that. So I'm gonna go with a wild card and take Sheamus.
Ooh, all right. Number 12.
I'm actually wearing number 21 today.
Oh, 21. You're backwards now. Okay.
Before I make my pick on this this match, I'll just say this: the only reason, and here's the main reason why I end up taking Judgment Day. It's for the fact of is Judgment Day ends up losing again. Then what's the point of continuing the story? So that's honestly why I chose that other way around. They're like. This like if they lose again, this will be what 2 or 3 straight pay-per-views where they lose. So I just didn't want. I just don't think that. Now, when it comes to Gunther versus Sheamus, I think it's going to be probably the best match of the night in my eyes. Probably the most brutal in my eyes. I'm going to go with Gunther just because Papa H is in charge and that's one of his boys.
Papa H. Okay. Port one?
All right. Purge went with Gunther. I'm also going with Gunther. I don't see it being a clean win. It's going to be some kind of Ludwig Kaiser is going to interfere. I wonder if they're going to bring the other guy up. Fabian Eichner, I think, is the other guy that was part of their group in NXT, and have the Brawling Brutes take on the European faction. And that would start with Gunther getting a dirty win over Sheamus. So I go with Gunther.
Yeah, I'm going to take Gunther too. I feel like there's no point in putting the belt on Sheamus. Gunther is a rising star. The only reason you would take the belt off Gunther is if you're moving him up towards the major title picture. And he's not ready there yet, unfortunately. He'll be there in probably about 6 months to a year. I can feel that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think any titles are changing, so I'm going with Gunther because this is an overseas show. Boss!
Le Ring General.
Ooh.
I gotta go with Gunther.
All right.
Okay. Well, there's everybody on that. I don't think anybody disagreed with that, huh? Everybody's kind of going.
Randy chose Sheamus.
Oh, yeah, Randy did choose Sheamus. Wow, okay. There we go. We got a difference.
I got the inside scoop, you know.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pay attention to that. That's why I try to pay attention to what you pick.
How much is Sheamus paying you?
More than them belts up above your head I'm looking at.
Okay, that's my head.
Your head.
But I didn't say nothing.
It's all good.
There's old John there. So let's move on here. Speaking of John there,
I love
number
everyone.
21, 12, 15, whatever he wants to call himself. Riddle taking on Seth Rollins. Big matchup here.
I love the storyline that they're now going with. They're adding a whole new level to Matthew Riddle, as we're now going to call him again, and it's very interesting to see it. And it's I don't know, like I can't pick one because I could see either way because it's not going to be a clean win. That's what I know. And the way they went with this past Monday, I'm going to go with Seth winning just because keeping it going back and forth on really where I think everyone's going to go, because the way they pushed Matt. Actually, no, I'm going to go Riddle. We'll go Riddle.
Ride the fence, picking Riddle there. Okay. Portland, what do you got?
All right. Purge chose Seth Rollins. I'm taking the schmoz from the standpoint of these guys. They've shown nothing but nonstop violence and brutality. They put over that they had to be separated and interviewed in separate rooms. I think that the crowd is enough into this that they want to see the payoff down the road. So I don't see it happening here. So it's going to be a schmoz.
I like this. I have a bold prediction. Gunther will have a large European faction on the main roster. That could happen. I like that. But I'm going to go with Splat Riddle. Bro, because, I mean, he's coming back. It would make no sense for him to drop off here. He needs this victory. Seth Rollins really doesn't. It's an overseas show. I don't feel like Seth Rollins is going to be really losing a lot of luster there if he loses this match. I'm going to take Riddle there. I'm going to take Riddle. Boss.
I'm going to go with the Broper. I mean, the Viper. The Bro Viper.
There's a good thing. Look, Imperium reunion. Could you see that now with Triple H's regime starting? Mr. Hogan.
I'm going with Rollins.
Ooh.
I think there's been such an emphasis on Bro for so long. And
Right.
Seth has always been there, more of a comical, which I don't like his persona. But he needs some credibility if he's going to get back in the mix. So I think it's time that they finally have Rollins going over, because everybody expects Riddle to.
That's a good point. It's going to be a good match to see on that one. But now, important one, you get the great pick here. You get the six woman tag, no man in there, because she's not there. Becky Lynch. We're talking about Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka taking on Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Shirai.
Well, Purge chose Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka. Gee, what a shock. He chose Alexa Bliss. I'm going with the other team, Bayley and them. From the standpoint of they're a new group, they're a strong group, and to make Alexa Bliss and Asuka believable, they put a champion in there. And so the champion is secondary to the story, which means that's how little they care about the other people, except for getting Bayley and Io Sky and Dakota Kai over. So I'm going with Bayley's team.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with Bayley as well, and that's going to come to my bonus pick later on this match here, because this six-man tag, I expect the heels to go over. The baby faces, they got to drop one here, because you're going to have a lot of baby faces go over out of the six. I'm saying maybe two might make it, and that would be one of them I would take. I would definitely take Bayley on this one. I think their group is actually going to come out strong, and there's going to be some crazy stuff at the end of this match. Boss.
I got to go with the booty. I mean, Control Bailey, Io, and Dakota. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bianca. I had to go against you. It's partly because Purge was going to choose that team anyway, so I can't roll with Purge.
How did you know? How did you know he was going to pick that?
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
I'm surprised Ed went against Bianca.
Never know what's going to happen here on this show. Mr. Hogan, what are you thinking?
Man, I'm thinking the Bailey bunch right there.
Ooh.
Reason being, they come in as a team, and the others are individuals. They're not team wrestlers. They're individuals. So it doesn't make sense to put the individuals over an up-and-coming team. So I think the team is going to win.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers?
I can't go with the Purge either, but I also have to go again. I have to catch up to Ed. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to pick Bailey, even though I'm not a fan of Bailey. So I'm gonna pick. Actually, I'm gonna pick probably one of my favorites from NXT. I'm gonna go Io Sky and them. So we're not gonna call it Bailey's team. We're calling it Team Sky.
Team Sky. It's good to see her back, ain't it?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, here we go. Moving along. It's on me here because now we got Liv Morgan taking on Shayna Baszler. And as much as I really don't think she's that talented,
Baszler.
As much as I don't think she's that talented, I'm going with Liv Morgan. I already feel this. They're not going to give Shayna Baszler a title. I hope I'm wrong because I love Shayna Baszler in the ring, and I think she can fight well, and I think she deserves to be champion. But the popular vote is going to win this one. Everybody loves her, including Rogers Jr. down there. So, yeah, we're going to go with Liv Morgan on this match, and I really don't want to. Boss.
Well, I was debating, and I put a lot of thought into this. So I'm gonna go with Alexa Light.
Who? Alexa Light?
Alexa Light. Because she's been training with the bro.
Oh man.
That's true. That's damn true.
That's damn true. That's all that got.
There's no lie.
Mr. Hogan.
I'm going with Baszler.
Ooh.
I know Liv is the favorite, the little cutesy girl who sits in the middle of the ring and cries tears all the time. She's just too wimpy. I don't like her at all. Plus, I think she's wrestled just about everybody on the roster that she's going to wrestle. And I think Baszler against Ronda Rousey would be a hell of a battle. So I'm going with Baszler, which will give Rousey a reason to come back.
Okay. Mr. Rogers?
I'm going to have to agree with Randy on this one. I'm going to go against one of my favorites. I think the fans have started to turn on her a little bit, and it's all because of that SummerSlam match. They have made her look weak. And again, Baszler is one of those Papa H children that when they came up, they kind of got left. And I do agree a match between Ronda and Shayna is probably going to be a lot better because guess who trains Ronda? Oh, wait, it's Shayna. And you probably can get the best out of Ronda with her, even though the whole storyline with Ronda is still with Liv. So I think no matter what, it's going to turn like the next one. I could see Survivor Series being a triple threat between the three of them, but I'm seeing for some reason I see the belt going to Shayna.
Okay. Portwood?
All right. Purge chose Liv Morgan. I'm taking Shayna Baszler, but I'm going to say that it's going to be something like a disqualification or something. Well, actually, correction, I'm going Liv, because Shayna Baszler's going to get disqualified, beating Liv up in the corner, so she escapes with the title, setting up something more over back here in the U.S. where Shayna's going to win convincingly, but it needs to start off with Liv barely surviving and winning by like a DQ. So Liv Morgan.
Okay. Who did Purge go with?
Yeah,
Liv. Now the only thing I can
I like
see
the life.
if Liv wins, it's going to be another one where she's barely hanging on with the victory. And the problem is how many. Well, I'll use the women's tag team championship, the new champions. Yes, you're building Raquel to be pretty much this monster, but you've also made that other half of the tag team look really weak. And now that through the entire time, you throw her into the steps, and where did Aaliyah go? You don't see her till the end of the match. So how many times can you beat up Liv and make her look weak before you take the belt off her? Because at some point you have to do it, otherwise you're pretty much.
The answer is one: Clash at the Castle.
Huh?
The answer to your question is one: Clash at the Castle. Then after that, you won't have the belt anymore.
Liz has not been dominant with anybody. She hasn't gone out and beat somebody up and won the match. It's always been a little fluky. So
now, if in my point of view would be of this. If she wins, she's going to win straight up. And it's going to be because Shayna makes a mistake. But the way I see it is you can't do the same thing that you did with Ronda, where Ronda pretty much controlled that match. And you can't do that again with pretty much the same competitor, otherwise, same style of competitor. Otherwise, you're just going to alienate more fans. And right now, what is Papa H all about right now? Giving the fans what they want. And if the fans want to see Liv lose it, right now it seems like Liv's going to lose it.
We're going to
I think
definitely
Liv and
find out.
Aaliyah should both go back to NXT.
We're going to definitely find out here. We're going to move along here because we got the main event. Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Undisputed Universal Championship. And we are at Boss. Would you like to answer that, sir? I don't know. Can you hear us? Okay, we'll come back to you. Randy Hogan, you go ahead and start that one.
I think
There he is.
Are you back, Ed? All right, go ahead, Ed.
Well, never mind. Why can I say this? But you can't go against the bloodline. Drew has no help. You can be your homeboy all you want. He has no help.
He has no help.
You know, them three Uso boys. You know, they gonna help their tribal queef. The 2-year champion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Randy?
I'm going with Reigns also. Everybody expects it to be Drew because it's overseas, it's in the UK, and he's a big hero over there, and it's almost everybody thinks that it's time that Reigns drops the belt, and this would be a perfect time to do it over there so they can build up crowds for other matches and stuff, I think. But now Reigns is going to pull it out one way or another. Won't be clean, but I don't know. Drew's had his day, I think. They're trying to bring him back up, but not this far.
All right. Mr. Rogers?
so. It all depends on what happens. I would say on Friday, like that would have been my hope. because the way the Bloodline beat down Drew, it makes me wonder if that actually is going to be the tell-all where it says, "Hey, Drew's going to get the title." Now, Ed did say something really clever. The 3 Uso boys. So could you technically see an Uso that's been on NXT show up and actually be the reason why Reigns wins?
He's injured.
And Sky was apparently injured, and look, she showed up at SummerSlam. And there's also talks about her contract. But the way things are going, I think it is about time that we see some fresh championships. It sounds like USA wants the title back on, wants the world title back on the USA as well. So you're going to probably start seeing where they're going to split the titles, and I have a feeling the split's going to happen at Survivor Series. But I think what ends up happening, Drew wins in the UK, and pretty much he holds it until Survivor Series, and Roman will win one, Karrion's going to win the other, and then they split the titles. But as of Saturday, it's gonna. I have this weird feeling it's the end of a 2-year run, and which I think is kind of needed. Triple H has Triple H had a 2-year run, and he's the best heel in the game. So even his Evolution days, he had to lose the title at some point, and this is that time.
Okay. The important one over there.
All right. Purge took Drew McIntyre.
Ooh.
I'm going Roman Reigns. And Randy Hogan's right. It's not going to be clean. I see something similar to what they did in the past. Drew McIntyre does the countdown. All of a sudden, Sami Zayn get kicked in the face. Drew McIntyre shit cans the Usos and gets speared by Roman Reigns. It's going to set up a match later on. I think John is right. They're going to start splitting the titles. I believe they have a Clash of Champions this year, and if not, it'll be Survivor Series when they split the titles. But if they're going to take break a 2-year reign, they're going to do it on a major pay-per-view. Yeah, they're going to try and build up fan interest in other fans, but it's going to be that Drew looks dominant and is fighting overwhelming odds, taking people out, and then Roman gets the cheap, lucky win. So I'm staying Roman Reigns.
You know, I wanted to pick Drew McIntyre on this. I really did. I really, really did until you just said something there. Yeah, because this is not a major pay-per-view. This is not WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlam, or the Royal Rumble. Drew's not winning this match, and probably the Usos will come out there and interfere because Roman Reigns needs to hold this title for at least 5 years. I mean, he needs to be better than Hogan. We need to get him up to Bruno Sammartino level with 2,000 days. I mean, that's what it's about, Roman Reigns. You know, the Anoa'i wrestling entertainment over here. That's what I call the WWE. Roman Reigns is going to win this match. Can't bet against it. But now we got the bonus round. This is our final predictions. What do we think is going to happen on the show that we don't know? Randy Hogan, you get to start with this one.
Karrion Kross is going to show up, and he's going to have something to do with the finish of the main event. I think the Bloodline, the Uso kids are going to show up and do something, but I think Karrion Kross is going to come out. And he's going to somehow interfere with their interference and then interfere in the finish of the match. Complicated, but I'm going with Kross showing up.
Okay. Mr. Rogers?
All right. So, Stu and listened to everybody when they were talking about that last match. I'm making the change. I'm going to say Reigns, but I do agree with Randy. I'm going to call it where I'm going to use Quack's normal, hey, it's going to be, there's no 24/7 championship that's going to show up on screen. beat him to the punch this time.
You're really going to? I thought we stopped that, but you go ahead.
No,
and use it. I don't
no.
care.
Not if we're calling stops to that, I'll do something different.
Go ahead. You pick it this round. Go ahead, Portland.
Well, no,
All right.
hold on, but I will agree to the. Like I said, I'm agreeing to Randy. But think of it this way: we still have Friday night, the 2-year celebration of Roman Reigns. What did we started seeing the Usos start to turn on Sami on Raw? So what if the full turn happens at SmackDown, and then all of a sudden at, say, Clash at the Castle, you see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens take out the Usos, clearing the way for Karrion Kross to finish that. I could see it, and it didn't need to be at a big pay-per-view. It clears the way to help give Karrion Kross it. So that's why I'm as I was listening to everything, that's why I'm taking Roman now, because Karrion has he wants Drew, because Drew's pretty much his focus.
All
right.
Portland.
A lot of screwy angles in this one.
Yeah. All right. So Purge said Drew McIntyre is going to use his old entrance music. That will be his bonus point.
That is ballsy.
My
Does it have to
bonus
be the full
point is,
intro?
huh?
Does it have to be the full intro? Or couldn't it be like where it starts out with his old and then turns into his new?
He wrote down the name of the song, so I didn't write down the name of the song, but he's got the name of the song.
Oh,
But-
I know what the song is, but I'm just saying, does it have to be the full one, or do like what Edge does, where it'll go say the Brood music and turns into his Rated R Superstar music?
No, Drew, not
I
Ed.
know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Moving on. I'm saying that there's going to be an additional match, and I say it's going to be the Viking Raiders and the New Day.
Ooh, that's a bold prediction.
And I'm going to take the Viking Raiders winning.
Okay. My bold prediction, I'm going to take Bailey to have the pinfall in the 6-woman tag.
All right. Boss.
So I guess it's on me. My bold prediction is that you will not see John Cena.
Oh,
bold as
my God.
SpaghettiOs.
Or Roddy Piper.
That's as bold as SpaghettiOs. Who's a real
Oh,
one?
my God.
Just Aileen?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my bold prediction, that you will not see John Cena.
Okay. Well, there we go, folks. There's our show. Thank you guys for tuning
You're laughing
in.
because you're saying-
Huh?
I so look forward to this stuff, man. I love this. This is the best show on. You ought to be worldwide.
Oh,
There
yeah.
would be so many people watching your shows that they can't even get any more on there.
There you go. We do a
You
lot
gotta cut
better
it
than
off.
Rosenberg and Booker T.
We get our point across. But thank you, John. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, important one. I'm Dr. Quack, and we're out.
Buy my merch.
Bye, his merch.